Hello. Previous lectures we have discussed about files, how to read from a file, how to write on a file, etc. Today we are going to discuss about stream classes. Stream classes in Java. So simply stream means sequence of data, or we can say a stream is a communication channel which provides program to communicate with outside world. That is, a stream helps the program to communicate with the outside world. Or we can say it is used to transfer data between programs. It can be input source or an output destination. Stream can be an input source or an output destination. Based on the data they are handling, we can divide stream classes into two: byte stream and character streams. In byte streams, they are using 8 bits. That is, byte stream handles 8 bits of data or a single byte of data for transferring or for communication. Byte stream can store characters, videos, audios, and images. Anything you can store in byte stream classes. But in the case of character stream, it can handle 16-bit Unicode. But problem is that it can read and write text data only. Character string can read and write text data only. Stream classes can also divided into input stream and output stream. Input stream and output stream. Input stream used to read data from a source. Input stream is used to read data from a source, and it can read a single item at a time. It can read only one item at a time. Similar way, the output stream is used to write data to a destination. Write data to a destination. As in the case of input stream, output stream can also handle a single item at a time. We can see from this figure that here this is our source. So our program can read data from the source using input stream. It reads data from the source using input stream, and the program can write data to destination. This is destination. So program can write data to destination using output stream. It will write data to destination using output stream. We have many methods in input stream. Input stream is a class, so there will be methods also. So many methods are there in input stream. Main methods are, first one is int available of. So by using int available of method, we can find currently how much data is ready for reading or available for reading. It will return a size which will tell how much data is available for reading. Void close off. Next one is void close off. It closes input source. We have already told that input stream are reading data from a source. So that source, currently reading data source, can be closed using the method void close-off. After closing that current source, if we are attempt to read from that source, it will generate an IO exception. If we are trying to read data from the closed source, it will generate an IO exception. Next one is void markup. It is just like our bookmarks. Whenever we are reading a book, we may keep some bookmarks. Like this, whenever we want to read using input stream, we can place a bookmark on that. It will tell number of bytes, and it will allow the time at which the number of bytes are read. Next one is Boolean mark supported of. We have already told that bookmark is an option. Void mark is an option on the input stream. But all streams does not support this marking option. So if we want to check whether the stream supports marking option, we can check with this method, mark supported of. If that stream supports marking option, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Now, next one is int readof. Different readof methods are there in input stream classes. Int readof, byte buffer of, int readof, byte buffer, int offset, int numbers. So, the arguments are varying. Same readof method is using, but the arguments are different. So what are the difference? We can see how it varies. In simple readof method, it will return an integer representation of the next available byte of the input. That is, we are reading a data. So which data is available for reading, it will return as integer in int readof method. And whenever a negative one or -1 is returned, then we can see that the file is entered. You can see the end of file. Whenever the -1 is returned, you can see that it's an end of file. But in this method, we will only return an integer value. So we want to convert it to character or byte, anything in which format we want to convert, we want to cast into that format. In the next method, int readof byte buffer. In this method, we can read up to buffer dot length bytes into buffer. That means we are passing this argument buffer. That buffer, how much some data will be in this buffer. So how much data is in the buffer, it will read all that bytes into this buffer. We can read how much data, whichever data is there, we can read all the things in this int readof byte. So it is not reading a single integer, it is reading all the contents in the buffer. So in this also, whenever -1 is returned, it is end of the file. Whenever a -1 is occurred, it seems the end of the file is encountered. The next one is byte buffer of int offset int num bytes. In this method, we can read in between data. That means if this is our data, so if we want to read from this word, and after that we want to read 1, 2, 3, 4 words. If we want to read these 4 words, we want to provide the offset as this address. This offset, in the place of offset, we want to give this address, and we want to read 1, 2, 3, 4 words. After this, we want to read 4 words. So we want to provide here 5, because it is including so 5 words are there. We want to give the offset, and how much words or how much bytes we want to read after that, we want to provide this. We can read like that by using this method, in the readof method. Now, next case is void reset of. It's reset the previously marked options. We have already told that we can mark a point in the input stream. So if we want to clear that point, we can use reset option. Now next one is long skip off. That means it ignores number of bytes. How much bytes we want to skip. We can give the number of bytes we want to skip, and it will return how much bytes are actually ignored. These are some of the input stream methods. Now we can see the output stream methods. Some output stream methods. Here, first one is void close off. It closes the output stream. So in this output stream clause, we cannot write. If we closed the output stream, we are trying to read further from that stream, then it will throw an IO exception. A similar case we have seen in that input stream also. Next method is void flush off. In this case, it finalizes the output state, and all the buffers are cleared. That is, it will flush all the output buffers. Nothing will remain in the output buffers. So it will clear all the output buffers. Now, in a similar case, we have seen in the input stream classes, we have different types of read methods. Similarly, in this output stream, we have different types of write methods. That is, only our arguments will be different. So we can see void write of int b. It will write single byte in an output stream. Similar case of input stream, we are only reading single byte in that case, single integer in that case. So here it is using a single byte into output stream. Then in the next method, we can see byte buffer off. So in this case, we can write complete array of bytes into output stream. We can write complete array of bytes into OutputStream. Next one is byte buffer int offset int number itself. As we see in the input stream, similarly in this also we can write a sub range of number of bytes from array buffer. That is, we can give the range. So already given that we can give an offset address and a number of bytes in the OutputStream methods. Now we have seen the InputStream classes and OutputStream classes. In the InputStream classes, we have a file input stream. So we have already told that in InputStream classes, we can read data from a source. So if that source is a file, we are reading data from the file. It is called file input stream. That is, it will read content of a file as a stream of bytes. And this file input stream is a subclass of input stream. It is a subclass of input stream. And it comes under Java io.file input stream package. So we can import this one, java.io.file input stream classes. Now we can see a simple example. Now, here we can see input stream. We want to, it's a class, so we want to create an object. We have created object as input. Now we want to provide the path of the file. That is, text.txt is our file. This is our file. We are reading the already existing file. So text.txt, where is its path? Wherever it is residing, we want to copy that path and paste it here. We want to give double slash. Here we want to double slash. For giving path or in Java, we want to use always double slash, because backslash is a special character in Java programming. So we cannot use that. So we want to use double slash as giving a path. Now we can use input.readout. We have created object and input.readout. Now we want to read whenever we encountered a negative one, then it will be an end of file. So up to that -1, we want to read that data. After that, reading the data, we want to close that input first. So whenever we want to write all these programs, we want to write in a try catch statement. It will return an IO exception. Whenever there is a failure for reading something or some error in data or something like that, it will return an IO exception. Now, there are many constructors in file input stream classes. We already discussed about constructors. What are constructors? It is the same name as the classes, or it can, and we can say it is used to initialize the data. So some constructors are file input stream, file input stream, string file path, and file input stream, file object. In this one, we will provide the path of the file. In the previous slide, we have seen that we are providing a path of that file. where it is existing, we will give the path of the file. Here also we will give argument as file path, that is where it is residing. That path will provide as string. And the next constructor, we can give that file object, that is this file as object. So we can see the difference. Here we are given it as path as string, and we can directly give it as path. But here it is given the string path and it is created as file object. That object is passed into this file string. These are some constructors used in file input string. Now there are important methods used in file input string. First method is int available of. We have already seen in the input stream int available of. The same thing is using here. It will return the number of bytes, that is it will return the size of the data. Can we read from the input stream. And next one is int read of. This same as input stream classes, that is int read of as three types of int read of, as it is number of arguments are different. So in similar way, similar in the case of input stream, int read of will return is used to read byte data. There we are told that integer data, it is converting to integer data, but it's here it will read the byte data from the input stream. In the byte of b, that is buffer, we used to it will return b dot length of bytes from the data. B dot length bytes of data from the input stream. So how much data is in the buffer, it will return all that value in this method. And int read of, in this method we have already discussed that it can provide an offset value and a length. So in between the data, if you want to read the data between, we can say give the offset and number of bytes length. And next one is long skip off. That is, if we want to skip some of the data or some of the bytes, we can use that long skip off. Now it is another method is file descriptor. It is not in the input stream. It is used to return file descriptor object. That is, it will describe the file object. Now next one is void close off. It is similar in case of input string classes. We will close the string. It is used to close the string. Now we can see the file output string classes is same as in the case of file input stream. We have already told that file input stream is reading the data from a file. So the source is different. So what will be in this case? It will write data to a file. That is, our destination will be file. It is the same as output stream classes, but the destination we are using is a file. We are writing into a file. So this file input stream is a subclass of normal output stream. File output stream is subclass of output stream. Now, in the case of file output stream, some sync is a file object. We can use sync as a file object. We will discuss it later. Now we can see a simple example. we are writing into a file. So we want to create an object. So wherever we want to write, we want to provide that path. So if we want to write data, we want to check how much data we want to write, and if that data is over, we want to we can write how much data in our hand. We can write all the things in that file. So we use the write of data method. So if there are any errors or something in this program, it will return an IQ exception. So we want to write all this in the try catch block. Now we have discussed file input stream constructors. Same case, we have the file output stream constructor. But here the arguments are different. In the file output stream, first argument is file. This is our class name and this is our object. So it will create a file output stream to write to a file object. That is, we can write to a file object. Now next one is file and boolean append. In this case, we can write into file object a similar way, but it allows appending mode. That means we have already written on file. Then if you want to append anything, it is allowable. Now next one is file output stream string name. So in this case, it will allow to write to file with a specified name. That is string name. Some data will be in this name, and this can be written into this in our file. So whatever data will be in the string, in this name, it will return into our file. Next one is string name boolean append. Similar way, we have already written this data into the file, we can allow appending mode in this case. These are some constructors in output stream, file output stream class. We can see simple example. File output stream string name. That is the last one we told that we can append when whatever data we return into this name, we can write it into the file. So we want to provide its path. String path equal to, this is in my computer. So where is your data? We want to provide that entire path. So data file.txt is my file. So it is residing in C drive. So I want to give all this path. Now we can give file output. We can create an object and we want to provide this path to this object. While creating an object, we want to provide this path, and we can we can write all the things into that file. Next one is the constructor. Next constructor is file. I already told that we can give the constructor as file. So this is our object. We are creating the object of the file object. So there also we want to give that path, and this path we want to, we have already we here we are passing that path, but here we can pass that file entirely into this string. We will discuss all in our program later. So these are our output string constructors. Just remember this. Remember this syntax only. We will discuss it in later. Now next one is file output stream, string name boolean append. So we are using a file, a string, and some value will be in there, and we have written all the things in that file, and by using this appending mode we can append the value, but it is given as boolean append, so we can give true or false. If we have given the value true here, we can append the value. If we have given the false value here, boolean value is false, we cannot append. It will override the value. If we are not given anything, that is, we are just giving a string name, we cannot append the value. These are our file output stream constructors. Now, there are some important methods in file output stream. We have already told the output stream methods. Similar case, it is similar like output stream methods. So here we can say void write off, and these arguments are, we already told that the arguments only our arguments will be varying. So in the case of byte array, where see that void write off int b, it is used to write specified byte into file output stream. There in output stream, we were writing into the output stream only. So if in our file output stream, we can write a specified byte into file output stream. In the case of byte of array, we are array.length bytes. We can write array.length bytes to file output stream. That is, there will be a byte of array, and that byte, entire byte can be write into file output stream. And in this method, we can write used to in between data. That is, we can give the offset value remaining portion, how much length we want to give, that length we can write into output file output stream classes. Now void cross off is used to close the file output stream. Is similar in case of output stream classes. File output stream and output stream classes are methods are same. But the main difference is using the file output stream. In case of output stream, they are using file as the destination. So we have discussed input stream classes, file input stream, its constructors, file output stream and its constructor. Mainly constructors are file output stream, file, boolean append. That is, we can append that file. We can give it as true or false, and a string name, and a file output stream, string name and boolean append. Then methods are write off methods, and we can vary the argument name and give as methods. These are main constructors. Then main methods. Then input stream classes are, these are constructors, input stream, string, file name, file path, and by providing we are giving direct path to that file. In this, we are giving direct file object to that file as argument. When methods are read off, then in the read off method we will have different types of arguments. Then other method is word skip off and word close off. So this is our classes for today. go through these lectures, and if you have any doubts, please message to me. So thank you.